to me. And his comment was based off of Dragon Ball Super episode 108. In the beginning of the episode, the Kais said something along the lines that it really didn't matter which universe wins and that nothing is going to change. Jerry believed that this seemed very sinister, or he could be way off and misunderstood, but nobody's talking about it. This is a good topic, and this kind of plays on what we've been talking about a lot recently on this channel in regards to what the real objective is of this tournament of power and what ultimately is going to be the result or the conclusion of all these different things happening, these eliminations, universes being erased, so on and so forth, and whether or not the Grand Priests or the Angels are indeed evil. I already gave my take that I don't believe the Angels are legitimately evil. As far as the Kais, though, that's something different I haven't really thought about, and I also kind of think the same thing, and I'm only going to say that because we just had the arc with Zamasu. Not saying that we will never have an arc where there may not be another Zamasu type of situation with a Kaioshin going rogue or becoming evil, but I think it's too soon for them to kind of hit that role and that idea already, you know. So I personally just think it's a matter of characters knowing something that we as the viewers don't know. I really think that's what the situation is, and I'm hoping that within the next few weeks for sure we're actually going to start getting more and more clues as to what's really going on. I mean, we kind of saw what Frieza was officially really doing and what his objective kind of is. Somebody posted a comment, and I believe I replied in regards to Frieza essentially doing what he did in episode 108 really out of respect, as opposed to being completely quote-unquote evil like you would assume. That was a very interesting concept that I never legitimately thought about. So whoever said that, shout out to you in the comment section below. I meant to save the comment in the screenshot, but I did not. But I definitely remember that being said. So I really think that's the case here. I think just as the viewer, we are not legitimately aware of what's going on, but I definitely feel everybody else has for the most part, I would say, probably has a better idea on what exactly is going to happen with the tournament of power. Granted, we see there are some characters that look completely shocked, surprised, and or worried when either they're eliminated or a universe is actually erased. So like I said, I don't think everybody is aware of what's going on, but I feel like some characters definitely know what's really going on and just are not saying anything and are waiting for the tournament of power to conclude. I mean, after all, if they know what's going on and it's not their place to say, they could be wiped out on the spot just for even bringing it up, you know. So to be completely honest, Jerry, this is something that I don't think you're really misunderstanding, and I think most of you guys on this channel have pretty much come up with kind of the same theory and idea and picked up on the same points, which ultimately kind of coincides with what I believe, that really something else is happening, and these universes getting quote-unquote erased may not be the end all to everything. It may be something else along the lines of that, like I said before in a previous video, I think weeks ago, in regards to maybe universes not actually being erased completely, but being temporarily put somewhere, right? And then once the tournament of power is over, they can maybe come back. That's where I think it is happening, not to that exact degree, of course, but I think something along those lines, where what's happening now is more so temporary than permanent. I feel like that would be the real biggest, I feel like that would be the twist that they would throw at us, and we'd be like, wow, you know, all of that, and thinking, you know, universes and characters are really getting erased for good and never coming back, yada yada yada, and in reality they're just being quote-unquote temporarily erased and just put somewhere for the time being. But of course their existence is not known or seen to anybody who actually is still alive, quote-unquote, and hasn't been touched by the Xenos whatsoever. You also got to keep in mind that the Kaioshins are responsible for creating life, so to think that they would be legitimately and intentionally trying to get rid of characters or, you know, whatever within their universe wouldn't make really any sense to me. That's a God of Destruction's responsibility, and yes, they do have to work with the Kaioshins to maintain balance, but Kaioshins are not going to intentionally try to get rid of life, okay? Their idea and their job, of course, I should say their role instead of idea, is to preserve life. So you got to keep that in mind as well. I don't think any of these Kaioshins have evil intentions, even though Ro from Universe 9 appeared evil. He just really had bad manners and I think bad characteristics, but I don't personally think he was a legitimate evil Kaioshin, not like Zamasu. So that's just my thoughts on the matter, guys. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Shout out to Jerry GTA for today's topic.